Way to start a day with Peggy. 4 o'clock on the long holiday weekend is starting right now. Here's a live look at I-70 near Evergreen. I think we know where everyone's going. They're heading to the mountains. They're heading to the hills. You know, you want to do that before everything gets going. You got a long weekend. Enjoy the weather up there. We may all be hitting the road at some point, going somewhere tonight. So be nice out there. Let's just make it an enjoyable experience. You can't get there any faster than anyone else. And at this hour, we're also keeping an eye out on evening storms. We got some blue skies, but you see some clouds as well. Things are looking up for tomorrow and the rest of the weekend. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kim Christensen.
I'm Alexandra Lewis. As we head for the long holiday weekend, let's get straight to your forecast because the weather is looking up the rest of the weekend. And Kathy, that's what we like to hear.
I know it's going to be timed out perfectly for the Labor Day holiday, but for sports fans tonight, Mother Nature has a few tricks up her sleeve. I would prepare for rain if you're headed north up to Fort Collins or up to Boulder tonight, and also out to Coors Field. It won't be a heavy, soaking, long duration event, but scattered showers are a possibility over the course of the next 2 to 3, even 4 hours. It's comfortable out there for August. Temperatures trending below average in the upper 70s and lower 80s. The radar starting to look active now as we're seeing a few light showers pass through the South Metro area. I-70 out toward Lyman and Calhoun, little thunder, little lightning around Monument down to Colorado Springs. Again, nothing severe, but just be prepared for a little bit of inclement weather. The stronger storms are south of Trinidad and Campo, turning severe just as they slide into southeastern New Mexico, and that's where we think we'll see the wind and the hail. Taking you forward in time, 5:30, chance for a shower over the South Metro. 8 o'clock looking good in Boulder. There will be a shower that passes, though, between 9 and 10 in Boulder and moving into Denver overnight tonight. So kind of an active evening coming up, but you know the drill. We've done this every day this week where we have temperatures cooler than average and the chance for rain every afternoon and evening. Temperatures trend really nice for outdoor activities. And if you are headed to Boulder tonight, yes, it's possible there'll be a little thunder and a little rain shower as the first kickoff begins there at 75 degrees is our forecast. And coming into fourth quarter, temperatures will be cooler in the mid 60s. But coming up, we're going to detail the extended forecast and Labor Day holiday forecast in just a bit.
We've got an update in a story in Adams County. A man under arrest in connection to a murder investigation we brought to you yesterday. This happened early yesterday morning just outside of a neighborhood near East 88th Avenue and Welby Road. When deputies arrived, they found a man who had been shot and killed. Investigators say they were at the Chaparral Village community this morning. Adams County Sheriff's Office says they arrested the male suspect at his workplace. We're working to learn a little bit more about what led up to the shooting and the arrest this morning. The victim and the man arrested have not been identified. Also this afternoon, we're learning more about that armed carjacking that led to a chase and a shooting in Brighton. We first brought you that as breaking news yesterday. Happened about after 11 o'clock. The suspect, Jaime Benavides, tried to steal a car at a gas station. He hurt that person and then took off on a bike. The suspect later stole a different car, led police on a chase, and that ended in a shooting. 9 News Investigates' Kevin Vaughn spoke to one of the victims involved. We're going to have much more on that story today at 5.
The 2 children killed in Wednesday's shooting at a Minneapolis Catholic school have been identified, and loved ones are now talking about them publicly.
Let's remember Fletcher for the person he was and not the act that ended his life. We love you, Fletcher. You'll always be with us.
Fletcher Merkel was 8 years old when he was killed. His father says he loved to fish and cook and was always excited to play any sport he could. The second victim was 10-year-old Harper Moisky, whose family describes her as a joyful child who had a kind spirit, who touched everyone she met. 15 other children ages 6 to 15 were hurt in the shooting, along with 3 adult parishioners. At last check, 2 of the victims were still in critical condition.
New Orleans is still here. New Orleans still stands, and New Orleans is truly positioned, not only as we have evolved, but we're empowered for the next 20 years.
Today, the city of New Orleans paused to mark 20 years since Hurricane Katrina. A wreath was laid at a memorial for the almost 100 unidentified victims. The New Orleans mayor said the city has come a long way in the 2 decades since the devastation. Part of that recovery and planning for the future was thanks to people in Colorado. We'll have more on that story at 4:30. College football is back. Tonight, the Buffs return to the field in front of a solid home crowd.
Coach Prime is going to be back with a whole new group of teammates and a new lineup tonight, certainly as a quarterback, and no Travis Hunter. We got to look inside Folsom Field. That's the new artificial turf, so it's going to be bright and beautiful. Everything's ready to go tonight. Fans will be filling the stands with a stripe out, so make sure you know which section you're sitting in, whether you're wearing white or black. And they will see senior transfer Caden Salter as the starting QB tonight. Before kickoff, our photojournalist Mike Grady got a chance to hear from CU superfan Peggy Copham.
Well, I think they've done a very good job recruiting, and I'm anxious to see how the new quarterback does. And I just think I don't point out any certain player, but I think they're all going to do very well this year. I'm going to miss Ralphie, but we'll get one again pretty soon. I don't know who we should get somebody to run out there. Maybe just have the Ralphie runners with a stuffed animal or something.
Maybe school minds will let you borrow their donkey.
Oh,
That's a good idea. She's like, wait a minute, run out with a stuffed animal. That's not a bad idea.
Something
You
that
could
really
get
is.
a big stuffed buffalo.
Yeah,
A
it's
stick
gotta do
buffalo?
something. I wonder how many
Like a
games
stick horse?
do you think that they'll kind of, linger in this
It'd be
gray
nice
area?
to have something by homecoming,
There you go.
but we'll see. Peggy, always positive, always stays. In the darkest years, she still stayed to the very end because she said, those boys are out there working hard. I'm going to stay and cheer them on. She went to church today, and then she went to get her hair done, and now she's at the tailgate.
Her hair done. She is ready. That is
Peggy's
so
on it.
Sweet. All right, it's going to be a great game. Also happening this weekend, CSU will kick off their season tomorrow in the Pacific Northwest. They are playing the Washington Huskies. This is also their first time ever playing against the Huskies. Head coach Jay Norvell is entering his 4th season. Fans can watch tomorrow night's game on the Big Ten Network. Kickoff is set for 9 p.m. The Rams have their home opener on September 6th when they host Northern Colorado. UNC will have their home opener tomorrow as they host Chadron State. Kickoff is at 1 o'clock. And down in Colorado Springs, Air Force kicks off their season against Bucknell. That's going to be tomorrow at 1:30.